Okay guys, what's going on? Shell's back again here. Let's go open the Schmeiss channel, gaming channel, and let's go open my YouTube channel, Shell's show. So, just guys see this different channels, wondering why it is the case. They're going to channels. But anyway, let's talk about the Open. Carnoustie this year. It is Carnoustie, isn't it? Yeah, it is Carnoustie. For a second there, I was thinking it was somewhere else. But anyway, we're chatting about a few golfers today. We got Jason Day, Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, John Ram, Dustin Johnson, Ricky Fowler, Justin Thomas, Phil Mickelson, Patrick Reed, Zach Johnson, Shane Lowry, Paul Dunn, Adam Scott, Matt Kuchar, Bubba Watson, Tony Finau, and more coming up here in these 9 holes. We're playing the back 9 today. I was just playing a bit earlier on to see how my golf game was. It's not good. It's not pretty. I don't know what this game is terrible at the moment. I don't know what the hell's wrong with the golf club too. But let's crack in. And what matters first off, we're gonna start off. First off, just the betting odds, the numbers I say. When I say Jason Day 34, it means whatever you bet multiplied by 34, and that's the number you get. So whatever I say, multiply how much you bet by the number, and that is exactly the money you will earn. And I'll start off with Jason Day, 34-1. Hasn't performed the way I was expecting him to this year, but I do feel like he can play around this type of course. He has the shots to do that. I mean, he played brilliantly at Whistling Straits, which I think is as close as a links course you're going to get in the States. And hopefully we can see his game just... He just needs to put 2 and 2 together, and it just hasn't been that case this season so far. So, a lot of work for Jason Day to do, but 34-34, pretty good odds. You know, I think he can cause a stir. Here he is, the big man, Tiger Woods, 26, absolutely playing some pretty good golf this year. I think he's definitely going to be a guy we're going to see at East Lake at the end of the season, the playoffs. I think he'll be in contention in the top 10, and you know, he might cause a few problems up there. But again, I don't think Woods is going to win on an open course. To say I don't think it suits his game very much at the moment, but I do think in the future we can he'll get back to that level eventually. But it's just going to take a while. Like, I don't think this week is it going to be the week for him. Who knows? But you know, it's hard to predict. Like, links courses are very up and down. I feel like I'd like to put my money or my eggs in his basket, but at the moment I can't really see that. So it's definitely a good betting odd, but I'm going to be a little hesitant. I might put a bit on towards tomorrow. Anyway, let's go next hole. Rory McIlroy, 19. Bit high for McIlroy, who I feel is just such a good player. And, you know, for a player who's grown up all his life in links type of golf, he should be pretty good around this course. I feel like he should do alright. He suits his game. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, hopefully. But, again, it is the Open. Anything can happen. It is the major. And I feel like the majors offer a little bit more everything than we're used to. Again, 19, probably going to stay away from that bet myself. I don't really feel like it's a winning type of bet for me personally, so I'm going to stick away from that one. Jordan Spieth, 21, as I just hooked that ball into the thick rough. 21, Jordan Spieth. I could see why people will be tempted. It's a very tempting number to have a crack at. You know, it does pay well. You bet a 5 or you win 105. So it's not a bad one to bet at. But he has the short game, or he has the putting game. Does he have the short game to get around things? I think he does. I mean, he plays the ball very accurately. He's quite vanilla at the way he plays, but it works for him. And you know, if it works around the golf course and makes you millions, keep doing it. So I think he'll do a pretty good job. Anyway, next one. John Ram, 21. Another player, I bet high on John Ram last season. I got burned badly at the Open. I felt his Irish Open win would propel him to a Open Championship, but unfortunately that has not been the case. So a bit disappointing in him, but he's a fantastic golfer. I think we all know he's been magnificent since coming out and going from the amateur at Arizona State to here. I think he's really proved to people he's the top of the list, so good to see him doing well. Hope he can do well this week. 21 though. I think I'll have a little cheeky bet on him, but I won't put like the house on him, you know what I mean? Dustin Johnson, 13, favorite to win. I'm a real, I don't see it with Dustin Johnson. He bangs the ball around miles in these courses, like especially the fact that I have like tailwinds at times where you can just smash it. And I mean, it's like the MLB home run derby, but I can't see him just dominating the course like he normally does. But maybe I'm wrong. It could be the thing. He played well Whistling Straits the first time the PGA Championship was there, so I don't see why he can't play well around the Open. Hey, Ricky Fowler, 19. Ricky Fowler's an interesting one. I do believe I'm a big believer Ricky Fowler's going to win a major eventually. It's just when. I think he'll win in the next 2 to 5 years. I'd almost guarantee it'll be sometime in the next 2 to 5 years. But will it be the Open? I think maybe a PGA Championship or Augusta would suit him a bit better. I could be wrong though, but like that's where I think he'll suit a little bit better. Justin Thomas, 26. Again, Justin Thomas, fantastic player over in the US, but this is the UK. I don't really remember him last season at the Open, so I'm not really sure what exactly to expect from him. Again, first fantastic player. I'm not really convinced he can play in the Open. Gonna have to say it's a hard pass on me. Number 5, or hole 5 here in the back 9, Phil Mickelson, 61. Now, I think Phil Mickelson's game suits better at an Open than it does, say, an Augusta, a PGA Championship, or a US Open. Now, other people might disagree with me on that one, but that's the way I think of it. I think Phil Mickelson could do some serious damage around here. I think 61 is a very good value bet. It's definitely one of the better bets that I've actually seen today. Definitely one I'm looking to have maybe slot a dollar or two on and see what we can get out of it, because it's worth the crack. I think like his short game is exactly what you need around one of these courses. It's it does the job, keeps things nice and tidy. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the video of him doing the shot over guy from literally like right in front of him, which is unbelievable. But fair play for that. I mean, that's just his short game's just next level. Patrick Reed, Masters winner, 41. So again, I think his odds have been the same even since winning the Masters. I feel like, I mean, I did the Masters odds and I put him in, like, I'm pretty sure he's like 46 or something like that. But I of course could be wrong. Good memory though. So Patrick Reed, I trust him around Augusta because like that's a bet I've done in the past and I made a lot of money out of. So Patrick Reed though, at the Open, it's a hard one to say. I think he's I'm on the fence this one. He could either do really well or he could just get blown out. But I'm gonna put him to say he does well. I think he might make it like a top 30 finish this time. So I'm gonna give him that one. I might look at that one. Zach Johnson, 67. Zach Johnson won 2005, if I remember correctly. Fantastic tournament that was. Paul Dunn was up there. I remember watching that in Thailand in the middle of the night, watching them two compete for that starting one. I mean, that was one of the best tournaments I ever watched, so I really enjoyed that. Johnson, 67, for a previous US Open winner, is a good betting odds. I think he's definitely a guy that I could look at and say, yeah, he could do a job. I think he could cause problems. He could definitely be a problem for a few people. I think he can win again. I don't see why anyone would disagree with him in not winning again. Anyway, next up on our list is Shane Lowry at 126. Yeah, this is serious outside stretch odds, but Shane Lowry did a fantastic job at the US Open. He's good around links courses. I trust him around links courses, which is probably the most important area I look at. Is like, do I trust the guy around links courses? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. So I'm hoping he can just prove everyone wrong this week because he's a fantastic golfer. He's a guy I definitely would look at putting down as a future. Probably the next guy to win a major tomorrow. I'd definitely put money on him winning a major as the next guy, even over Porter Carrington or Graham McDowell. I feel like he's the guy most likely to do it. He's a good, like he's hit and miss. Like we saw the US Open 2016, Oakmont, 3 great rounds, 1 bad round. And that's something different from winning a major or not. So hopefully he can crack that. Paul Dunn, 126. Funny story, Paul Dunn actually a year above me in school, so good to see him doing well at golf. Fantastic player, of course, had a great stint in 2015 playing golf. Again, I betted on him last year. I was a bit surprised he didn't do as well as I was expecting him to. I'm expecting a much better performance this year. I expect him just to play the way he normally has to play. I think he can do a fantastic job if he does that. Hopefully he can make a name for himself this tournament. I'd love to see if he could finish top 25, top 30. I'd be really happy with that. I think that'd be a fantastic performance for him. Hoping for the best for him. Adam Scott, 91. Scotty is an interesting one. He's a guy I feel every time I look at a list can win a championship. I feel that's my own personal bias. I like the guy a lot, and that's definitely not a good place to be at times. But Scott's a fantastic player. I mean, we can't argue with that. He's probably one of the best players that I've seen in the last 10 years. just hope he can push through and, you know, cause a few upsets and later in the calendar or later in the weekend. Jeez, I'm gonna absolute highlight that one. Anyway, next one, Matt Kuchar 81. Kuch, I mean, he is Mr. Consistent. I just don't know what to really think of Matt Kuchar when it comes to an Open. Like, I feel like I just want if he doesn't win major. You know, I like the guy. I think he's a fantastic player, but I think he's missing that one big trophy in his trophy cabinet, and maybe he can get it this week. Who knows? But I'm wishing him the best. I think he deserves a major. He's been a fantastic golfer for so long, and definitely a guy worthy of winning at the top level.
Looking good.
Next one on the list, Bubba Watson, two-time major or two-time Masters winner. Pardon me, Bubba Watson. Again, a guy who can make all the shots, but when it's a links and the wind's high, do you really trust him? You know, what is he, number 81, same as Matt Kuchar? I mean, I think I trust Matt Kuchar a little bit more to win around than that, but I think he's a guy that you definitely have to look at and just definitely have a little view at. Tony Finau also 81 to 1 as well, by the way. So if you had to have a look at Tony Finau, definitely a player that I'm a big fan. I think he's got a bright future coming up, so I'm hoping the best for him. You know, good player, big hitter, so good to see him. Hideki Matsuyama 51. This is one of the last hole. This is one of the last few guys I've managed to pick out. Hideki Matsuyama around a links course. It doesn't sound like the best in the world, but he's a good shout. He's a great player, one of the best, I think, non-European Americans or Australians on the tour. I think he's just an absolutely fantastic player. So good to see him do well. Hopefully he can, you know, make some name. And the last two names on the list are last names I'm giving like just long stretch that could cause some problems.
This one might be in the rough.
Number one, Bryson DeChambeau at 101. A guy I think can. Oh, that's out of bounds. Bullshit. I think Bryson DeChambeau can be a really good player. I think he can, like, he's gonna win a major eventually one day as well. I think I do say that a lot. Guys can win majors, but I think he's really is one of the players that can actually win a major. That's how good I think he can be. He's looked a lot better this year than he did his first year on tour, which is good to see. And that's always a positive. I think he's a really interesting player. I like the way he paddles. His irons the same size. I think it's kind of it's something. It's what's the word? Innovative. Yeah, innovative. It's very innovative. Like, you don't really see players doing that. I think that's why I like the kid. You know, he's out of left field, and I kind of like that. But anyway, the final one, Martin Kaymer, 151 to 1. I'm not gonna bet Martin Kaymer, but don't be surprised if he magically went from being a terrible golfer to actually looking somewhat like he should. Eventually, but anyway, that's how things go. Anyway, that is the course. 18 is actually a brilliant hole. I think we had what's we finished on +2, +3. Yeah, I don't know. I finished -7 my first round. Wow, I don't even remember doing that round. But yeah, it's a good course. Must admit, it's got some nice holes. 18 is pretty nice. Like that par 4, very good. 17 was very nice. The par 3s, they play good, exactly what you want to see. Blue tees also looking out for the major distance. Which is that one? This one, the front 9, I think it was I played. It was very nice. Or was the back 9? No, the number 9, 480 was actually a nice hole as well. I like that one as well. But yes, that concludes our Open podcast, whatever you want to call this, predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely looking forward to this week. If I had to pick a winner this weekend, wow, tricky situation. Who's going to win this weekend? I think I'm going to go John Rahm. John Rahm is my final pick. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoy it. Leave your predictions in the comment section below. I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the Open weekend. I'll see you soon.